And we're back to learning Photoshop in year day 318. Let me show you the preferences for performance. First up, the memory usage might be the most important. Should be set to 70% by default, but if you allow it to use more, well, then your brush strokes will be faster, the undo history, the handling of larger PSDs, and even smart objects and filters, all of that will be faster. But it depends on if you've got stuff running in the background. So having it set to 70% should be fine in most cases. But if you work on a huge file with lots of layers, well, then close everything else on your CPU and then go to these preferences settings and then crank it up to like 85%, maybe even higher. Next option is the graphics processor settings. Here I would advise you to check the box for use graphics processor. That simply means that you allow Photoshop to use your graphics card, and this will accelerate the visuals and make everything run more smoothly. We've got a couple of advanced settings. Here we have use OpenCL. This is, it's more like a speed booster, you could say, for math operations that is sometimes used, for example, for the filters. If it's available, I would say check the box. Only turn it off if Photoshop constantly crashes or behaves weirdly. Then try to uncheck it and maybe that solves the issue. Second one is the anti-alias for guides and paths. This is for smoothing the visual edges, and once again is something that I would advise you to keep checked. Gives you cleaner curves and less jagged lines, especially when you zoom in. Only turn it off when you have troubles and there are glitches on your CPU in Photoshop. The 30-bit display, that I would actually advise you to have unchecked. You should only enable it when your monitor supports 10 bits. If you're unsure what your monitor does or what it supports, then keep it unchecked. You should be fine even if it supports 10-bit and you have it unchecked. Last option here is for GPU compositing. Once more, an option that I would advise you to have checked. This is for layer blending and canvas drawing to the GPU. And if you have it checked, this improves zooming, panning, and once again makes everything run a little bit more smoothly. When you have issues with Photoshop and you constantly see black screens, flickering, stuff like that, well then you can try to uncheck it, because this might solve the issue then. Below we have the history and cache. And the three buttons below for web, default, and huge pixel dimensions, these are actually just presets for the three values to the right: history states, cache levels, and cache tile size. I would simply advise you to keep that to the default. Higher cache, so if you go up with the number for the second value, this usually gives you a faster performance and is best for large images. The lower you go, the better it is for more precise pixel edits. The cache tile size, larger tiles are better for big documents and the small tiles are better for fine retouching. And the history states, this is how many undo steps are being stored. Obviously, the more you add here, the more RAM is being used for that storage. I would advise you to use default photos. That should cover basically most of the use cases. Only when you're an advanced user, it makes sense to mess around with these three values. Final checkbox here is the multi-thread compositing, and it simply allows Photoshop to use multiple CPU cores at the same time when it's checked. Another box that I would advise you to keep checked. Only turn it off when you see the brushes somehow being inconsistent. There is a canvas flicker. And when these random fragments or spikes appear on your canvas, well then it makes sense to try out unchecking it and to see if that solves the problem. And these are the performance preferences in Photoshop. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.